Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, February the 21st, just about 10 a.m. Pacific time. And as I said in my last video, I had intended for the weekend to be free, but I've been sitting with something for a long time, and I think now is the time to just discuss it. All of us, in our efforts to raise awareness, to encourage others to speak out, to engage, doing so in social media, are finding that we are self-editing, we are self-censoring, because the algorithms are knocking us down. You know, many of us, myself included, have the experience of being shadow banned, finding that our videos cannot be seen by people who are very, very closely related to us in social media, for whom our videos should be recommended. They are not. And so in our effort to raise awareness, many of us are using very subtle language, very legalistic language to avoid being censored. And this subtle language is problematic because it is open to subjective interpretation many times. It does not resolve the argument. It does not portray the reality of what we're experiencing accurately. So rather than trying to get very subtle legalistic language, let's just draw this in very stark words, right? What we are experiencing right now is not a question of politics. What we are experiencing right now is not a question of economics. What we're experiencing right now is not a question of culture. What we're experiencing right now is not a question of religious belief. What we're experiencing right now is a question of right versus wrong. Now, even with those words, right and wrong, there is subjective interpretation of those words, which people can, then argue and then try to dilute the substance of the issue at hand. So let's take it one step farther and make it absolutely clear. What we're experiencing right now in the United States and around the world is good versus evil. Plain and simple. Debate it all you want. Debate it all you want. What we're experiencing right now is individuals having seized power of our society across the board, whether it's religious, political, or economic, who are malignant and have evil intent for us all. I've said repeatedly, if you do not believe this, you simply need to hear what they have been saying. And in particular, I want to point out again, the most horrific creature that crawled out from under a rock, Gollum, Stephen Miller, has said that he wishes the United States have a population of about 150 million people that all look like him. And right now, the agencies of this so-called government are building concentration camps and detaining tens of thousands of people already in concentration camps, and having committed violence and murder against people across the nation inside the borders of the United States. I'm not even going to discuss what's happened outside the United States at this point, but within the United States. It's not right. And one step beyond that, it's evil. Plain and simple. So my suggestion to everyone is to stop editing yourself so much. Draw it in very stark terms. Stop giving anybody the opportunity to debate you or to try and talk themselves around an issue. Make it clear. And then if they come out against what you have stated, it's clear who they are. When somebody tells you who they are, believe them. This is not right. What we're experiencing is evil rearing its head in the world. And the sooner that all of us come to this realization and stop speaking around it, the sooner the blinding light of truth will burn that evil. Go carefully, friends.